guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was Father's Day weekend, so what I did was I went back home to go visit my dad and my brothers. I am an only girl, so I do have 3 brothers, but we had a good time this weekend, so and I hope you guys did too. So let's get straight into the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of 3D artwork, which I am not an expert at all. I actually do have a hard time with it, but I think I'm getting better the more I practice, which I'm going to be showing you guys today. As you can see here, I already have this press-on nail prepped. I already put on the white gel polish, and then after I did the white gel polish, I did buff it a little bit just to rough up the surface so the acrylic can have something to hold onto. And then the brush that I'm using is the Pana one that I just bought not too long ago, and I had mentioned that I don't really like it, and you're gonna see why. The bristles just, I don't know, it's losing bristles. They fall off all the time and I don't know why. So if you guys have another 3D brush that you guys recommend, please let me know down in the comments below. And so the powders that I'm going to be using today are from the JC Beauty Concepts, which I actually do love. I did, what did I do? I just did a set, I believe last week, like a marble pastel, and I'm gonna leave up the video in the cards just in case you guys haven't watched it, but they turned out really beautiful. So today I'm using the pink one and the purple one, which they don't have names, they just have numbers to them, and I'm gonna leave the link in the description box as well. And so I use those. They do say that they are best for 3D art, encapsulations, and I'm not sure what other stuff, but you can find all that information on their website. So those are the 2 that I'm going to be using today. So what I did just now is I grabbed a small bead and I waited for it to dry up a little bit before I placed it down, because I do want it dry so I can like mold it. I don't want it so wet. And then what I did was grabbed my brush, not the flat side, but on the side of the brush, and I just started pressing down at like towards the end of the bead, and I just started, like you see here, I just started pressing down gently, and not the whole bead, but just at the very end of the bead, and then I'm just swooping it in, trying to mold it into so it can look like a petal. And also, just to let you guys know, I am using the Mia Secret monomer, and everything that I use I am going to leave in the description box below. I'm leaving the links, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys. But here I'm just going to keep adding beads until I create my my flower. And like I said, I'm not an expert at this. I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to find a way that works best for me, but I think these turned out really cute. And yeah, I was really surprised, and the powder makes it a lot easier for some reason, in my opinion. So yeah, if you guys keep watching, you're gonna see the final result of my flowers. Okay guys, so I'm done with this flower. I think it turned out really cute. Now looking at it, I can see where I can improve on. Maybe not spreading out the petals too much and just making it a little bit tighter. But overall, I think I did a pretty good job. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do 2 more flowers, and then I'm going to move on to doing a 3D rose, and I'm going to encapsulate it also. That turned out pretty cool, I thought. So yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more flowers, and so just continue watching and let me know how I'm doing so far. I do wish that I was able to explain to you guys a little bit more, I guess more in detail on how I'm doing it, but I'm more of a I can show you kind of girl than explain to you, because explaining it just sounds really simple. Just place down the bead and I can tell you just press here with your brush and this and that, but I mean there's a little bit more to it. But so I do apologize if I don't really explain how to do it. I hope just me showing you helps you out. So I'm on my very last petal here, and I think this turned out super cute. I love the purple and I love how it looks. Isn't that pretty? I think I did a good job so far. Again, I used the powder from JC Concepts, and it's the purple color, and I'll be leaving the link in the description box. But what do you guys think so far? Cute, right? So now what I'm gonna do is just apply just a little rhinestone in the middle of the flowers, and I'm going to be using the same glue that I use all the time. Alright, so this is the glue that I use to glue on my rhinestones. You do have to cure it in the lamp, and I do that for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to be using my wax pencil that came in one of my nail boxy boxes, and I'll leave the video of the unboxing and the cards so you guys can check that out if you like. So I'm just going to place a little dot in the middle of each flower and place the rhinestone. All right, so I'm done applying the rhinestones, and these look super cute. So what you want to do now is just pop it in the lamp for like 60 seconds for the glue to cure, and then you are done with this nail. I think these are the best flowers that I've done. My practicing is definitely paying off. Obviously, I still have a lot more to improve on, but I think I did a good job. So now we're gonna move on to the other nail design. Okay, so here I have my other press on nail. This one I'm gonna leave it clear, and I'm gonna do the rose on this nail just as it is. All right, so moving on to the next 3D design is going to be an encapsulated rose, and I'm going to be using the powder in pink, and it's also from JC Beauty Concepts, and it's a very pretty pink. Again, it was very easy to work with. It didn't give me any problems, and I'm actually thinking about buying more powders, even though I don't need to, but I think I'm gonna. Alright guys, so now moving on to this rose, I'm going to try my very best to explain exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, so please bear with me. Alright, so as you can see, I grabbed a bead and I'm just waiting for it to dry up a little bit so I can go ahead and mold it so it won't be so watery. Now I did place a pretty good size bead because I'm doing a rose. So what I'm doing here is just spreading it out into like an arc, I guess you can say, and then I'm just gently pushing it up to create that little arch like a petal. So now what I'm doing is just taking my brush and I'm gently patting it down because I do want it as thin as possible because I am going to encapsulate it. And again, I want to make sure that the bead is dry enough, because with the texture of my brush, I want to make sure that it does create some kind of texture on the petal, just to give it that more real life, like, I guess, a pattern of a rose, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to gently press down on the bead until it's as thin as I want it to be, and until it looks like a petal, you can say. Okay, so I have that petal looking how I want it to look. So now I'm grabbing another bead and I'm placing it on the opposite side of that first petal, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm spreading out the bead, and then I'm gonna again gently press down until I have it how I want it to look. And then I'm just like wiping a little bit of that acrylic powder because I want that side to be as thin as possible, and I want the thickness at the top but not too thick, just to give it that petal look. All right, so I'm done with that petal now, and now I'm gonna grab a smaller bead than the other two, and I'm gonna place it right in between those two petals, but just a little bit lower. And so I'm gonna be doing the same thing, and so pretty much what I'm gonna be doing with every single as I lay down a bead, I'm just gonna go around in like a little spiral and keep doing the petals until I reach the middle. And then so once we get to the middle, I'll explain to you guys what I'm doing. As you can see here, guys, I just wanted to point out that this is one of the issues that I'm having with this brush, that the bristles keep falling out. So I'm just trying to move it, but it does this every time I use it. So that's what I'm asking. If you guys have any recommendations on a 3D brush, please let me know. So as you can see, it's starting to take the shape of a rose, and I think it's turning out really good. I was really proud of myself, how the rose came out and how the flowers in the back came out. Practice really does make a lot of difference. I'm having trouble with my 3D art, and at one point I was just going to be like, whatever, 3D art isn't for me, but as long as you keep practicing, you will get there. So if you are having trouble, don't give up, keep trying, and it'll be good. Trust me, just keep practicing. All right, so we have made it to the center of the flower. So what I'm doing here, I just grabbed a really small bead, and I'm waiting for it to dry up just a little bit just so I can mold it. And so what I'm pretty much doing, it looks like what I did was grab the point of my brush and did a little circle in the middle, and then just kind of started doing a little swirl just so I can get that look of the center of the rose. And then I'm just going to keep trying to mold it and do the spiral until the acrylic is dry. All right, so my flower is done here. I think it turned out great. I'm really proud of this one, so yay for me. So next I'm just gonna do one more little rose or half a rose under this big one, and then we're gonna move on to encapsulating it. All right, so I am done with my two roses. They turned out really pretty. And so now we're gonna move on to encapsulating them. And I do wanna say that I do regret encapsulating them because once I did it, it looked really foggy, and it took a lot away of the details and stuff, a lot of the texture on the rose. So but you guys will see. So I'm going to use the clear acrylic from Mia's Secret, and I don't know if it was the powder that made it look foggy or whatnot, so I'm going to use this one. So what I did first, I grabbed my brush and I dipped it in monomer, and I went over the nail with it just so the nail would be all wet with the monomer, and then I went ahead and encapsulated it. Okay, so here I just grabbed my brush and I dipped it in monomer and I'm just wetting the rose and the nail. And so now I'm taking my bead of the clear acrylic and I'm placing it on the rose and I'm just letting it sit there for a couple of seconds just so I can get every crevice and every little empty space of the rose. And so far it's looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover the whole nail. Make sure I get every empty space and cover it all up, and then I'll be back. While I'm grabbing these beads, I am making sure that they are a little bit on the wet side, only because I'm trying to avoid to get any air bubbles, even though I still got some towards the tip of the nail, towards the free edge. Or I don't know if it was the powder or the gel, but I think it was the powder. But if you guys continue watching, you'll see how it ends up looking. Okay, so here I'm done encapsulating the nail. As you can see, it doesn't look as clear, it doesn't look as see-through as I thought it would. It looks kind of foggy to me. So here I already shaped the nail and I buffed it and everything. So now I'm gonna apply the top coat. And actually, now that I think about it, I think it was the gel top coat that gave me the little air bubbles. But yeah, just continue watching and then you'll see how it ends up looking. It didn't turn out bad, but I think it could have turned out definitely a lot better. But for me, having trouble with 3D artwork and stuff like that, I think it turned out great in my opinion. All right, so I'm done applying the top coat. I'm just swiping my sides and I'm gonna pop it in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And this is the final result of both nails. I absolutely love the purple flowers on the first nail. It's so cute to me. I mean, all these designs that I do, I want to do them on myself, but I mean, I only have one pair of hands and all these ideas that I want to do. But in regards to the rose, I like it. Actually, it looks pretty good here on the video actually, but it did get foggy towards the end, or on my end, I don't know why. But again, I did use the JC Beauty Concept powders, which I actually love and do highly recommend. So the purple one is the number 10 and the pink one is the number 8. They don't have any names on them, not that I see. So yeah, these are my final results of the 3D flowers. Let me know how I did. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope this video helped you guys out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.